All right, here we go. I'm with beautiful Saya, and we're about to do an eye contour for the Asian eye. Close your eye for me, please. And what we're going to focus on today, especially in this video, is how to create a crease in more of a flat eye, or actually even a slightly rounded eye, but there's virtually no crease when the eye is closed. So I'm going to show you how to simulate that even better than how you're probably doing it now. So, okay, let's get started. First thing I want to do with Saya is I want to do a little bit of eyebrow for her. So I'm going to take my eyebrow brush and bring your head just a little bit this way. Thank you. And we're just going to do a little bit of creasing here, or a little bit of eyebrow enhancement. Notice I start low on the brow, starting very, very low, working in a straight line up until that line gets to the very top of the eyebrow, and then I let it drop off. I wait till the last possible second so I get as much lift out of her eyebrow as possible, and then I let that little tail drop right down to the end. Now, often when I'm working with clients with darker hair color, I start with a dark brown for the eyebrow color, and then I'll deepen it with something a little bit darker just to give it depth that also matches the hair color. So notice I'm coming back and I'm pushing that eyebrow shape up, so there's a nice taper happening. Because the look we're doing right now is more of a balanced look, I'm not going to overdo her eyebrow, but I want to make sure the eyebrow is covering all parts of her eye. So from the inner corner, you notice there's a little gap between from the nose past the inner corner of the eye, right there. So it's important for me that I fill that in a little bit. So I'm going to bring that color in just a little bit closer towards her nose so that her eye and her face looks more balanced. I'm going to take a little bit of a black shadow now, and I'm going to just brush that up through the color I just did, just to add a little more depth of tone. Just like that. Brow looks really good, really shaped, beautiful. All right, so we're going to move on to how to contour a flatter lid. And I love doing this, and I must tell you that this is a technique that was taught to me by a former Makeup Gourmet model. I was amazed at how her eyes look, and she said, let me show you how to do it. So I'm always a student as well when it comes to learning how to do new makeup looks. I'm putting a little bit of eyeshadow base on Saya's eye just to make it look nice and smooth, just like that. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to use, usually when we do a contour eye, we do medium, light, and then darken the crease as far as color. But with this look, we're going to use 4 shades, and the 4th shade is the magic shade. So first I'm going to start with a real nice neutral highlight color just up on Saya's bone here, just under her eyebrow. That's color number 1. Now on the ball of her eye, where her eyeball exists, I'm going to use the 2nd tone. This is like a medium light eye color. And with your thumb, you want to feel where the actual bone is. So her bone is here, and where my see where my brush is pushing in right there? Right there, that is where her crease begins. So I'm going to take this color right up to her crease, just like this. So it may seem kind of high, but that's where her bone is, and we definitely want to enhance her eye. So you want to make sure that your eyeshadow fits exactly where her own brow bone exists and where the crease exists. All right, good. Open for me for a second. So far we have 2 shades going on, the light and the medium shade right there. Now we're going to add the crease color. And this is where people usually, they get their color on, and this is where they keep it. So close for me. So I'm going to come back up, and where those 2, the light and the medium color meet, I'm going to add the crease color. And I'm going to blend this color inward. So I'm using now a darker brown shade. And I'm working with neutrals today, but understand you can do this with any kind of, color combination. It's really all about light, medium, and dark, and then super dark to create the effect you're trying to create. So this is the darker shade, and with this eye shape, I definitely want to close off the corner of the eye a little bit. So I'm not only going to wrap this color in from the crease in the outer corner in towards the eye this way, I'm also going to brush it down towards the lid to create that crease action. Open for me, and we start open, good, and we start to create a depth in her eye. I'm gonna add a little bit more, close again. So when I do this particular technique, I let the 3rd crease color be a little bit whiter than I normally would. And what I'm doing is, this is like a 2-lane road here Then the last step I'm going to do is going to be the little divider between the two roads. So now I'm taking a bullet brush, a very thin pointed brush, and inside of that contour I'm going to add a fourth color that's darker. Open please. And you see where that's falling? It's trying to create more depth in the crease. And close again. So this color goes actually inside that third color and adding a little more depth right in the heart of it. And this is where you just have to be careful, because I am using a black and that color can just really get away from you if you use too much. So just use a little bit. Now I'm going to use my my more full-size contour brush to blend that darker color deep within the third color, just like this. Blending, blending, and this is really the part of the look that really requires your full attention, which is blend, blend, blend that fourth color into the third color. Open please. Good, and so we've created the illusion of more depth in the outer corner of her eye by adding that little bit of darkness. All right, that looks really good. Perfect. So that's how I suggest you contour a more flat lid. You have the light, the medium, a dark color in the crease, but then an even darker color inside the third color to create that effect. If you're watching this at makeupgourmet.com, I've listed my current favorite products to achieve this look. Click on one and try it. If you're not at makeupgourmet.com, go there now to see my favorite product picks for this look, as well as everything else we have to offer. How to apply, what to buy, makeupgourmet.com.